What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel Manstone VIP, where we dive into the craziest machines created on this earth. Today, on this sunny day in October in Berlin, which is unusual, we have the Ferrari Portofino for you guys. Buckle up so we can dive into the craziest details and facts about this car. Before we do that, I'm really hungry. Let's go and grab something to eat, and then we'll talk about the rest. Okay, turn this bad boy on. Oh my god. Oh my god. The best thing about this car, for days like this, you have a drop top and it has its own vibe. It has its own unique vibe. Because what Ferrari tried to do here was, it tried to create a daily car that doesn't look like a rocket, but don't you think that this doesn't have the power to fly? Yeah, somehow, I don't know, I wasn't a Ferrari fan, but somehow I'm beginning to like Ferrari. I don't know, it has style, it has power, it has sound. I'm beginning to like it, to be honest. I'm beginning to like it. Okay guys, so now we just ordered the food. I can't wait till we get the food. I'm really hungry. And then we'll just go somewhere where we have a bit of privacy, and then we can talk about the amazing wild details of this car, yeah? Now I'm not hungry anymore. I can focus, I can talk, I can see. Before we start, what I need to point out, what you guys need to know, I'm not a car expert of any kind, so I'm just going to be mentioning facts and details about the car, just the way you guys would see it. I'm just going to tell you how it feels to drive the car, what kind of vibe the car gives you, so don't mistake me for a car expert. I'm just here to be your guys' eyes, so to say, okay? Let's start with something interesting that might surprise you guys. Ferrari Portofino is actually an entry-level Ferrari with a starting price of 215,000 euros. I know, entry-level isn't that cheap for an entry-level car, but for Ferrari, it's quite reasonable, isn't it? Would you buy the Portofino, or would you wait for the V12? Let's say the 812 GTS, for example. Next up, let's talk about the roof, a crowd favorite. The retractable roof can open and close in less than 14 seconds and speeds up to 45 kilometers per hour. Yeah, let's put that to the test, just so you guys can see what I mean. Listen to this sound. Can you hear it? I think we dropped the bag of the burgers. The design and the technical cost of this roof costed Ferrari 20,000 euros per unit. That's quite interesting too. 20,000 euros is a bit, but this isn't the most surprising price fact about this car, because what you guys should know, you see these badges on the fenders of the car, these Ferrari badges. Come closer, show them this. These Ferrari badges on the fenders of the car that are sticking out cost 1,400 euros for the pair. Just like any other Ferrari, the interior and the customization is key. But it doesn't come with a high price though. You can customize the leather from, let's say, white to beige to red or whatever color you want. Also the stitching. So we have a beautiful red leather here with a black stitching. That what I find the most amazing about this car, the interior matches the brakes. Show them the brakes. So we have red leather with red brakes. It's quite a tongue twister, isn't it? which I love about this. But the customization, as I said, doesn't come with a low price. Each customization from the interior, from the leather and the stitching will cost you an extra 15,000 euros. 15,000 euros. Now, that aside, what I also love about this car is the 10.2-inch display that you have here in the middle. The 10.2-inch display, you have the navigation system on it, you have Apple CarPlay, but what the kicker is, Android, what is it called? Android Auto, Android, something like that. I'm not an Android fan myself, but Android isn't an option here. So, would you stick to Android and not drive this car, or would you just get an iPhone and drive this car? Now, what makes a Ferrari even more exotic? You guessed it, carbon fiber, which we got here on the steering wheel and also on the middle console, which looks way better than just some sort of plastic or whatever other option you have, in my opinion, which would also cost you about, I think, around 15,000 euros for the carbon fiber package. Also good to know. Now, let's get to the heart of this beast. Where's my phone? Here. The Ferrari Portofino has a 3.9 liter twin turbo. I have this problem every time with a Ferrari. Where is this thing? Here. Got it. Look at this beast. A 3.9 liter twin turbo V8, which produces 620 horsepower and the 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.5 seconds. Now that's plenty of speed, right? But the best part about this car is that Ferrari designed the engine to sound like a true supercar, even at lower RPMs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Now, enough said. Let's take a ride in the city and feel the vibe. Now, sitting in this car, it actually is quite comfortable. As said before, the idea behind this car was supposed to be a daily car. It is quite comfortable, not as comfortable as a, let's say, Mercedes-Benz S-Class, but I could see myself driving around for a couple of hours without getting a sore back or just, you know, it's comfortable enough. One thing you'll notice sitting in this car is, although it being a daily car, it still is an eye catcher. As in, all eyes are on you. You know what I mean? Because like compared to other cars, like let's say a Audi R8 or maybe a Rolls-Royce Phantom, Rolls-Royce Cullinan, those cars aren't as eye-catchy as this car is, which for some people might be an advantage and others a disadvantage, but I think it's quite nice, because if you're driving such car with such power and so much sound in the engine, you would expect people to look at you. What we should also mention is Ferrari restricts production to maintain higher value and exclusivity. So each year Ferrari produces fewer cars that they could sell to keep their demand and prices sky high. So guys, we're back in the garage. What I forgot to tell you guys, the Ferrari Portofino actually has a trunk. The trunk isn't that huge, but you could fit a couple of bags in there. Yeah, I would say like 2-3 bags would fit in there without any problem. But it's a plus point. As said many times, the daily car needs to have a trunk. So here's a big question. Is the Ferrari Portofino worth it? Starting at 215,000? Would you take this for your daily car where you have performance, you have enough practicality to actually enjoy it every day as a daily car? Or would you save up for another Ferrari beast? Tell me in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to tell me what car we should cover next. Until next time, peace.